Little girl, I liked pornography. Yay! You too, all right. Yeah, David Wester called you guys whores, was it? Yeah, is he right? Can I pay you guys to come with? It's my phone, it's totally a pervert. Should we answer it? Yeah. Fuck yeah, let's do it. I got it, let's see who it is. This is a freaky show. Who is it? Hello? Hello, who is this? I'm live on stage. You're with me. What's your name? Michael. I am super blessed. Everybody say hi to Michael.
Hi, Michael.
Do you hear that? We're on stage, Michael. What can I do for you tonight? Baby fetish. You know, why don't you come to the party all dressed like a baby and we'll find something weird for you to do. You guys like babies?
Good babies.
Yeah.
They're tasty.
Tasty babies. If you go to my website, sexwithrubberchickens.com, yeah, that's sexwithrubberchickens.com, you can find out where I am right now. And you can come dressed up as a baby, and lots of people will tickle you and poke you and play with you, and who knows what else. Maybe if you're really lucky, we'll take off your diaper. Come over. See you soon, Michael. Bye. Right. That's Michael. He likes to dress up like a baby. Wow, that was a good phone call. Sometimes guys are just like, and I figured it might be somebody going, I'm lost. But no, it was Michael. Wow. You know, for a while I was in love with a guy named Michael who liked to dress like a baby. Wow, he was hot, except he lived in the valley. Oh well, you know, you can't have everything. He had this apartment in the valley. You guys are having a conversation.
It's here.
It's here? The baby? Is it dead? Is it a dead baby? We like dead babies, don't we, Josh? Yeah. Oh, Peter, sorry. Yeah. Fuck, I fucked it up again. So back to Michael with the baby fetish. Michael was so perverted. I met him at one of these fetish parties, you know, like I think it was like an LA big fetish ball thing. And he was dressed up head to toe in rubber, had these huge inflatable tits, and he was just, wow, made me very happy. So I went home with him, and he said to me before we came in the house, he said, okay, if you can't cope, it's okay, just be really, you know, don't be rude, please. And so I was like, well, all right, his house might be a mess, who knows? He opened up the front door, there were thousands of gas masks all over his living room, just thousands of them. There was like no place to sit, they were everywhere. You know this guy? You went home with him too, didn't you? Yeah. Yeah, it was great. I like gas masks. I think they're sexy. You know, crazy, freaky stuff. But then it got even better because he said, okay, well, I'll show you the bedroom, but close your eyes, right? So I'm like, all right, cool. This guy's a big pervert. I love big perverts. But, I'm closing my eyes and I'm in the valley with this guy I just met at a fucking pervert party, and he's got his hands over my eyes and we're about to walk into the door, and all I can think is he's gonna turn out to be a psycho killer. He's gonna push me into this closet and hack me to bits and pieces. But when I opened my eyes, it was stranger than that. It was so strange. It was like a 1950s nursery, like all done up with vintage baby stuff, like a vintage baby crib. Oh, yeah, it was hot. And he tells me he sleeps like a baby every night in his little crib, all curled up in the fetal position. Nobody even removing shit from his ass. Whatever. But apparently he didn't like me. I guess I wasn't weird enough or something. Nothing like making you feel like a normal chick when you find somebody so freaky they dress like a baby every night and sleep in a crib. And then he says, oh, no, girlfriend, no, you'll just never do. And he kicked me out. But that's okay, because I stalk him. Mm-hmm. I know where he lives. Yeah, I send him like little pacifiers on Christmas and stuff. Mm-hmm. He doesn't like me. He didn't come tonight. And he'd be very unhappy knowing that I was telling you guys all this. He lives right on Magnolia, where the 101, where the ramp for the 101 headed south is. There's this big gray apartment complex. He lives on the second floor, right in the middle. And you tell it's his apartment because he's got the front window all blacked out with, like garbage bags. And if you go there, like, knock, knock, it's your mommy. He'll probably come to the door. Like, maybe he'll let you in. He'd totally let you guys in. Yeah. Yeah, he'd let you in too, Star, but it's really kind of far to ride on your bicycle, so you like totally get somebody to take you, you know? Like there must be people here from the Valley, you know? So, and that's worth a trip to the Valley, you know? The giant baby, and he was huge too. It was so fun. And I was totally in love with him. I went on a road trip with him to Seattle, which is how I went to the top of the mountain with Ted, because this baby turned out to be so insane. Who would know, right? A guy who dresses like a baby before he goes to bed every night. You think he'd be crazy? No. Not at all. I thought he was totally normal. I thought, wow, the man of my dreams. Like, cry for me, let me spank you. You know, here, breastfeed. It was just, you know, and so we got in the car and we drove all the way to Seattle. And as we approached, like, North Portland, he looked at me and he said, so we're going to my mom's house. Yeah, warning, you know, jump out into the Columbia River. But I didn't. I was like, that's cool. Let's meet your mom. She might be fun, you know. My mom's cool. Your mom might be cool too. And his eyes started to glaze over and he was like, and he just started driving a little faster and getting a little more neurotic and a little more psychotic, and then he pulled out a knife. And I was like, oh, shit. But then we got to his mom's house, and his mom was really very nice. And she totally, like, let me slide out through the back door, and, you know, and then I called Ted, and we went to the top of the mountain, and I fucked him in the ass. So that all comes full circle.